What the hell? Well, we made it to our destination in Hoover, Alabama, but as soon as we got here, we ran into a little bit of an issue.
The whole underside of the truck's covered in oil, and the engine was pouring oil out. Well, it looks like it's coming from around the pan seal. So I'm going to see if I can't tighten up bolts around it a little bit before we move on to too many other drastic measures. Haha, I got it.
Yep. Careful, it's really...
Nothing like having a film crew when shit goes wrong.
What happened?
A big blob of oil and dirt fell right in my eye. Told you the underside of the truck was covered in oil. Alright, we're under the truck right now. We have a bit of a pickle. We got some serious oil leaking here. I don't know if you can see the underside of the truck over there. It's kind of covered in oil. We've had a serious leak here today on the way down here. It looks like it's coming from, oh man, I can't even get the camera in here. Up in the oil pan here. I've cleaned it up real good, but this was just soaked in oil. And it looks like it's coming from the back of the engine. I looked up on the very back of the engine, way up in here, and it's not coming from up here, which is good. That means it's not the head gasket or anything on the top side of the engine. But what's bad is this is the bell housing here, where the engine connects to the transmission. And I've disconnected this little plate here so you can see the main gear that starts the truck, and then where it connects to the transmission. And you can see there's not a lot of oil in the bell housing, so I'm guessing that it's, I don't know, it might be the rear main seal that's leaking on the back side of the engine. But I'm going to have Caitlin go ahead and start the truck. I'm going to watch here and underside to see if I see any leaking, and we'll see if that I guess I tightened the pan bolts on the, so this is the engine oil pan. I tightened the bolts on this, so I'm hoping that doing that has stopped the leak. We're gonna give it a night, and if it's leaking again tomorrow when we get her warm, we're gonna have to have that rear main seal replaced probably. All right, starter. All right, well, it doesn't appear, we ran the engine for about 5 minutes. It does not appear like it's leaking any in that period of time, so we're gonna clean it up real good, look in the morning to see if there's any indicated drips, and then we'll run it real hard if there isn't, and see if it leaks. If it does, it's probably gonna have to go to a mechanic, because the rear main seal requires drop the transmission, and it's not something I can do in a driveway. So that's our story. It sucks.
We'll see you in the morning.
Alright, next morning I took her for a drive, and as I feared, it's definitely not the oil pan. It's coming from somewhere between the block and the bell housing on the truck, which most likely means that it's the rear main seal on the truck, which is the seal that keeps oil from coming out of the crankshaft where the engine goes through to the transmission. So that means the transmission needs to come out of the truck to have it repaired. I called the semi-truck place down the way. They immediately knew this problem. They've fixed it before. They know how to fix it, so we're probably just going to take it down there. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a $1,000 bill for a $20 gasket install. Alright, there it is. It's no glimmering dealership here, but they service big trucks and they know trucks, so they should be able to fix it. Alright, there's our oil pan. We had some sort of a weird flaw in it. You kind of see these grooves in here. Somebody had tried to fix it in the past. With silicone. They ground it down for us and are gonna get it all cleaned up. Fortunately, the whole engine had to be lifted up, which includes the rack and pinion had to come apart, the cross member on the truck had to come down. There she is, engine all opened up. What fun.
Yeah, we did. We got one over there.
There's a piston.
Just gotta have a head job done on it, so we gotta get in here next. We'll put this one back together here. It's got a
There's the oil pickup right there.
It's not a brand new motor, but it's a different one.
Oh, okay. Like you get a lot of guys.
Yeah, most of our stuff's big stuff.
Well, there she is, all put back together and she's running. All right, $1,000 later, got our truck back. Engine's been out and back in. Hopefully no more oil leaks.
Well, we just got back to Wanda's.
Still leaking. It's a damn rear main seal.
So we're on our way back to the repair shop, and Tom's really upset about this. I mean, I am too, but this is really not what we needed right now, and he's been worried about the truck since we started this adventure, and has been really keeping up on the maintenance and, you know, always crawling underneath it, make sure everything's working properly. But, you know, this one, you just can never see something like this coming, and since it was at the shop for like 3 days, and then we get it back and it's still leaking, you know, it's just not a good feeling. And we're supposed to be hitting the road today, but that's getting postponed now till who knows when. We'll keep our fingers crossed that they can get it in and get under the hood, see what's going on, and figure it out for real this time in short order so we can get back on the road. Don't usually get this view. Well, here we are, back in the garage.
Alright, we're back. We're gonna take a look at it. I'm still worried it's the rear main seal, which is between the transmission and the engine, but we'll see. She's running down. Yeah. Alright, going back to get the truck for the second time. This time the transmission's come out of it, so. Okay.
And, we'll check your fluids and everything.
Excellent. Alright, there she's off. There's the breather, runs down into the turbo. So we actually got a little oil in there, so it was probably completely backed up. Alright, there's the filter. She was all clogged up on us.
And the seal was the seal.
Putting on the final touches.
Alright, we're wrapping up here at Truck and Trailer Repair. They did a good job for us. These are the guys that fix our truck, and come check them out. They do good work. Alright, back in the truck again. This time the transmission's been out of it, so hopefully no leaks, no issues.
So we're back on the road again, and fingers crossed everything is fixed. And we're just about to make our exit to head toward Atlanta.
Exit 29.